If you're a parent, there's this one huge question that's always on your mind. How do I help my child not just get by, but really, truly flourish in the world? It's a massive question, right? Well, today we're diving into a system that says it has a structured answer for that. Let's get into it. The whole thing kicks off with this really powerful statement. It's not just saying your child has potential. We all kind of know that. It's saying that potential is hidden. It has to be actively evolved. And there's this underlying fear there, isn't there? That if we're not careful, we might accidentally suppress it. And that really gets to the heart of the matter. In a world that feels like it's changing every single day, just leaving your child's development up to chance, well, that can feel like a pretty big gamble. So the real question is, how do we get more intentional about it? Well, the answer we're exploring today is a system called Yancha. And the key word there is system. This whole idea is about replacing the guesswork, the chance, with a structured, deliberate way to discover and grow that potential. And look, this isn't something that was just cooked up yesterday. The Yancha system is built on more than 15 years of research and actual real-world application. So it's a framework that's been tested and tweaked for a long, long time.
So where do you even begin? For a lot of parents, the entry point is this tool called the My Child's Story Journal. I want you to think of it as a hands-on guide, a practical way for you to start noticing, documenting, and really understanding your child's unique journey.
And this system really plays the long game. It's not just about one phase of childhood. The whole journey is broken down into these 4 key stages. It's a roadmap that follows a child from when they're little all the way into their early 20s, making sure you're tracking and supporting them through each big shift. But, that journal is really just the beginning. It's like the key that unlocks this much bigger, much more comprehensive toolkit that's all designed for development. And here you can really get a feel for just how big this thing is. We're not talking about one book. It's a whole portfolio of different products. The idea is to take a completely holistic approach, so you're looking at every angle of your child's development. So let's break that down. What's in the box? Well, it's pretty extensive. You've got journals for different ages, self-assessment surveys, special programs for kids and teens. It even includes games for building skills, one-on-one coaching, and, this is really interesting, programs to develop parenting coaches themselves. And here's what's absolutely crucial. This is not a one-size-fits-all deal. No, the tools and the programs are all carefully tailored for the right age group. I mean, the way you approach a 7-year-old is going to be totally different from how you approach a teenager, right? The system is actually designed to grow right along with your kid. Okay, so we've seen the tools, we've seen the system. But what's the glue? What's the big idea holding all of this together? Well, that brings us to the core philosophy behind Yancha, which is all about the power of behavior. Let me ask you something. Just think about it for a second. Through all the twists and turns of life, from when you were a kid, to school, to your first job, to your career now, what's the one thing, the one constant thread that runs through all of it? The answer, the big idea at the heart of the Yancha philosophy, is behavioral development. And this is so important. The system's argument is that our behaviors are the real foundation for absolutely everything that comes later. The career we choose, how we lead, and even the legacy we end up leaving behind. Now, what's really interesting is how this responsibility changes over time. When a child is little, it's the parents who are mostly shaping those behaviors. But then there's this huge shift. As they hit the teen years and move into adulthood, that responsibility for their own development moves over to them. And Yancha is designed to guide both you and them through that transition. I think this quote just says it all, doesn't it? From cradle to career to leadership to legacy. It's all about connecting the dots, seeing how the habits and behaviors learned in the cradle can directly shape a person's entire life. It's not something that just stops when you grow up. It's a lifelong journey. And that brings us full circle. Right back to the beginning. A system like this can give you the tools, it can give you a roadmap, but in the end it all boils down to this one fundamental question for our kids and, frankly, for ourselves. What hidden potential is just sitting there, waiting to be evolved?